Hello friends, this is Benisha from Food Tech Network. Today we are going to solve the question paper regarding food science and nutrition subject. Before we start our session, I would like to request you to all please do subscribe our channel Food Tech Network. Okay friends, so let's get started with question. Question number one is the term total milk solid describe the remaining dash percentage of milk. Option A 10 to 11, option B 5 to 7, option C 12 to 13 and option D there is option C that is 12 to 13. The legal standard for standardized milk is 4.5% fat and 8.5% SNF. So the total solids are 13%. All raw milk must be processed within dash hours of receipt at the processing plant. Option A 24, option B 48, option C 36 and option D 72. So the D that is 72. All raw milk to be processed within 72 hours at the plant. Milk is such a nutritious food that numerous naturally occurring bacteria are always present. The milk is pasteurized, and which is the process of heating the raw milk to kill the pathogenic bacteria that may be present. 3. Dash is made by a churning pasteurized cream. Option A butter, option B yogurt, option C ice cream, and option D milk. A that is butter. Butter is made by churning fresh cream. Churning or centrifugation is the process of separation of the lighter particles of a suspended solid from a liquid. For example, to obtain a butter from the curd or the milk. Sweetened condensed milk has an extended shelf life due to the addition of dash. Option A salt, option B oxygen, option C sugar, and option D vinegar. C that is sugar. Basically, where the evaporated milk uses sterilization to extend its shelf life, sweetened condensed milk has an extended shelf life due to the addition of sugar. Sucrose in the form of crystals or a solution increases the osmotic pressure of the liquid, and this in turn prevents the growth of microorganisms which extend the shelf life of that particular product. Dash drying is the most used method for producing milk powder. Option A wet, option B spray, option C heat, and option D air. Spray drying is the best method to produce milk powder, and this is the most common procedure for manufacturing the milk powder. The spray drying process is typically a two-stage process that involves the spray dryer at the first stage with a static fluid bed integrated in the base of drying chamber, and the second stage is an external vibrating fluid. 6. Acid coagulated dash cheeses may include cottage cheese, quark, and cream cheese. Option A fresh, option B aged, option C white, and option D foreign. There is option A that is acid coagulated fresh cheese may include cottage cheese, quark, and cream cheese. 7. Dash milk is a traditional milk fermented with a lactobacillus acidophilus. Option A skim, option B acidophilus, option C whole, and option D butter. Option D that is butter. Traditional buttermilk before the advent of homogenization, the milk was left to sit for a period of a time to allow the cream and milk to separate. During this time, naturally occurring lactic acid producing bacteria in the milk fermented it. When frozen, about one half of the volume of ice cream is dash. Option A air, option B cream, option C water, and option D milk. Option A that is air. Overrun is the air that is incorporated into the ice cream during the freezing process. Most ice cream are about 80 to 100% overall. That means that roughly half of the volume of frozen ice cream is air and doesn't really weigh anything. All ice cream is 70% made from a basic dash mix. Option A cream, option B sugar, option C milk, and option D SNF. Option C, that is milk. About 70% of the ingredient in ice cream come from milk, although mixes often contain a natural ingredient like a sugar and fruit. Small quantities of stabilizer, flavor, colorings, and emulsifier may also be added to enhance the flavor, texture, or appearance. One well-known substitute for a milk product is dash. Option A cheese, option B powdered milk, option C almond milk, and option D margarine. Almond milk. Almond milk is a popular milk alternative because it is easy to make and cheap to buy, and many finds it delicious. A cup of almond milk contains approximately 39 calories and 1 gram of protein and 2.5 gram of fat. Carcasses are chilled for 24 to dash hours before being graded and processed. Option A 36, option B 72, option C 48, and option D 96. So the correct answer is option B, that is 72 hours. After 24 to 70 hours in the cooler, the halves are ribbed with a cut between 12th and 13th rib to expose the rib eye muscles. After ribbing, carcass halves make their way along the rail towards the USDA grading stand. Beef is normally processed at approximately dash months of age. Option A 20, option B 17, option C 15, and option D 18. So the correct D, that is 18. Once cattle reach market weight, that is 400 pounds at 18 to 22 months of age, they are sent to a packing plant, also called a processing facility, as 18 months are the safe for a meat processing sectors. Dash at certain concentration increases the tenderness of meat. Option A alcohol, option B salt, option C pepper, and option D sugar. So the right, that is salt. Basically, salt is a chemical that at certain concentration increases the tenderness of meat. The presence of salt in is one of the reason that cured the meat, such as ham, are more tender than uncured meats. Trichinella spiralis, that is trichinosis, is destroyed at 137 degree Fahrenheit. So, an internal temperature of 160 degree to 170 degree Fahrenheit is definitely safe for cooking dash. Option A chicken, option B beef, option C pork, and option D lamb. So the correct D, that is lamb. Basically, trichinolysis is a rare disease in the world, and the risk of getting it is very low. Apart from that, its symptoms can be mistaken for a flu symptoms, as well as cooking meat to safe temperature prevents this from this disease. And lamb is also categorized under meat category. That is why lamb answer is true. The most important aspect of poultry meat, its versatile quality. It's a true or false? Definitely not true. The most important aspect of poultry meat is its eating quality and the state of animal at a slaughter. Poultry processing affect the meat quality by establishing the chemistry of muscle constituent and their interaction within the muscle structure. 60. Grading provides a standardized means of describing the marketability of meat, poultry, or eggs. It is true or false. It is a true sentence, as grading provides for a standardized means of describing the marketability of a particular product, such as meat, poultry, or eggs. 17. A more prominent chalaza indicates a dash egg. Option A stellar, option B fresher, option C healthier, and option D rounder. So the correct that is fresher. Prominent thick chalaza indicates high quality and freshness yolk. The yolk is almost spherical and is surrounded by a colorless membrane. The color of the yolk varies with the type of feed given to the laying hen. The yolk or yellow portion makes up about dash percentage of the liquid weight of the egg. Option A 12%, option B 43, option C 22, and option D 33. So the D, that is 33. The yolks makes up about 33% of the liquid weight of the egg, as well as it contains about 60 kilocalories, 3 times the energy content of the egg white, mostly due to its fat content. 19. In the grading process, eggs are examined for both interior and exterior quality and are sorted according to dash. Option A color, option B weight, option C shape, and option D breed. So the B, that is weight. In the grading process, eggs are examined for both interior and exterior quality and are sorted according to their weight. And grade, quality, and size are not related to each other. In descending order of the quality grades are AA, A, and B. A whole egg with an average size including the albumin contains about dash calories. Option A 15, option B 40, option C 74, and option D 120. Option C, that is 74 calories. This is the egg size found in 700-gram cartons that most people buy. A smaller egg from 600-gram carton contains 64 kilocalories. A larger than average egg from an 800-gram carton contains 84 calories or 352 kilojoules. Next is question number 21. If we talk about lean, what percentage of beef is ground for hamburger? Option is 6, option B 20, option C 12, and option D 18. So the correct, that is 80% lean and 20% fat is most desirable ratio for beef, which is used for a hamburger. 2. What is the average level of cholesterol in an egg? Option A 80 milligram, option B 240 milligram, option C 177 milligram, and option D 320 milligram. Option C, that is 177 milligram in medium size egg. Although it is now acknowledged that cholesterol in foods such as egg does not have the significant effect on blood cholesterol in the most people. Dash are covered by a crust-like shell and have segmented bodies like an insect. Option A crustacean, option B oyster, option C mollusk, and option D clams. So the right answer, that is crustacean, is a chiefly aquatic arthropod of the class Crustacea. and they have the body covered with a hard shell or a crust like a structure. Examples are crabs, lobster, crayfish, and shrimps. 4. The lobster is a common dish used for a food. Option A shellfish, option B shrimp, option C crustacean, and option D eel. A, that is shellfish. Lobster is a type of shellfish that people typically prepared by boiling or steaming. It is a good source of copper and selenium as well as several other nutrients. However, lobster can also contain a moderate level of mercury. 5. Potato starch begins to thicken at a lower temperature than a cornstarch. It is a true or false? Is a true answer because potato starch has a lower gelatinization temperature than a cornstarch, so it tends to thicken liquid faster than a cornstarch when heat is applied. At the same time, it tolerates the higher temperature over a short period of time of cooking than a cornstarch. About 80% of the protein of white flour are relatively soluble. Is it a true or false? It is a true sentence. As 80% of them are insoluble in water and when hydrated, they link together in a chain to form the gluten. In other words, water insoluble proteins are what provide the elasticity to the dough. So, in our simple language, this gluten plays the same role as described in this question. 27. Dash flour has been used for many products as a substitute flour for individuals with an allergy to wheat flour. Option A cake, option B bread, option C rice flour, option D soy flour. So there is option C, that is rice flour. While there is no simple substitution for a wheat as an ingredient, baked goods such as bread, muffin, cakes may be made using a combination of non-wheat flours such as those made from the rice, sorghum, tapioca or potato starch and etc. Number 28. Sucrose is one of the most fermentable of all the sugar. This sentence is true or false? It is a false sentence. The most fermentable sugar is maltose, as the main component of the total fermentable sugar in maltose is between 58.6% and 72%, followed by a maltodextrose and glucose. 9. The most widely unknown bioproduct from corn is dash. Option A glue, option B paint, option C ethanol, and option D lotion. C, that is ethanol. Ethanol is a domestically produced alternative fuel most commonly made from corn. And it is also made from cellulosic feedstocks such as crop residues, wood, though this is not common, as well as ethanol plants are concentrated in the Midwest because of the proximity to corn products. 30. That is our last question. Tofu is a soft cheese like food made by curdling fresh hot soy milk with a coagulant. It is a true or false? It is a true sentence. As tofu, also known as a soybean curd, is a soft cheese like a texture by a curdling fresh hot soy milk with a coagulant. To make tofu from soy milk, you use the same basic process that is used to make a cheese and cottage cheese from the milk. So, thank you for watching this video. Stay tuned, stay connected for more.